I have a question.
This is not going to be easy.
Hey, look at me. Look at the camera. You look like you're just a little bit scared, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah? Hey,
Man.
listen. Well, what's up, guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and we're back out here with the kids today. And in the last video you guys saw, we brought home 2 show heifers. I didn't really tell you a whole lot about them, didn't say a whole lot, because we got home after dark. But these are 2 commercial crossbred heifers. They're not registered, but I said to my cousin, we call him Uncle Lenny, but he's actually my cousin. Kind of like, you know. Anyways, growing up, he was always Uncle Lenny. But he raises show calves, and these are commercial heifers, crossbred. These were embryo transplant cows. Learned all about that yesterday, didn't you? Mm-hmm. So these 2 calves are, they're very pretty, but they're very, very muddy right now. So we had a little small problem thanks to some certain guy. We're not going to mention any names. But I got a feeling he was a black with a white face. So last night we locked these 2 heifers up in the corral and shut the gate here by Houston. Watch out, Houston. And I came outside this morning and this water hydrant was running just like this. And he completely flooded this corral, this lot right here. And when I say completely flooded, it's like ankle deep in mud. So I spent most of the day today with the tractor hauling in as much gravel as I could from down by the creek. This was a low spot where the hogs, when we had our pigs in here, they kind of made a mud hole out of this. But I've got the heifers tied up right now. We're going to be working on halter breaking them. They're not halter broken at all. We'll show you them a little up closer in a minute, but I'm going to have the kids keep the heifers in here in this smaller area for a few days until they get used to us. I mean, they're not wild and crazy by any means, but they do need to adjust to us. So we need to set up some water. I watered them last night, just a couple buckets, and obviously they dumped that out. So we're going to have to do some feeding and watering, kids. Yeah. You guys do understand that when you're in 4-H like this and these are your project animals. Yeah. They're your projects, right? Uh-huh. Okay. So when it's cold and nasty and muddy, you still got to feed, right, Houston? My Lord. So here's our 2 heifers in a little bit better light. You can actually see them in the daylight now. Have you guys picked out names yet?
Yes. I haven't.
Emily has?
Mine's Butterscotch.
Well, I was going to say which one is going to be yours, but
the Butterscotch.
Went with a butterscotch name for the butterscotch heifer, right? Yeah. So I came out here probably 2 hours ago and put the halters on these girls for the first time. They've never been on a halter. So as I was saying, I put the halters on these girls for the first time earlier. They're not halter broken. So we left them tied up out here. I've been outside working for a couple hours, so I'm going to get them off their halters, get them out of this alleyway. And we're not going to leave them just out here in the mud hole. It is very nasty and muddy out here, but went ahead and put some shavings down in there just to kind of absorb some of that water, which it didn't flood up there. Most of it kind of came down here. Obviously, I need to do something to protect that hydrant a little better. It's definitely a muddy season. So the corral over there was already muddy before Whopper flooded it today. You think the water's ever going to get here? I turned the hose on. Oh. There it is. Ah! We're going to have to clean them off, guys. We don't want them drinking nasty, muddy water, okay?
In the inside.
Whopper, you wanting special treatment too? You think you want to be a show steer? I don't think you got what it takes, buddy. I'm sorry.
Look at that goat.
Up on top of the hay bale? That's what goats do.
You might. Alright. Fine, I guess.
Alright, buddy, so while Emily's watering, what do you think you should do?
Go get the feed.
Let's go get 2 tubs to put the feed in first, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There's probably 2 of those little small tubs up there. Those will work.
Okay.
We'll rob some from the other animals. We got plenty. Steve's talking to you.
Do I need to go get some feed?
Yep, we need a whole 5-gallon bucket of feed. So for right now, we're just gonna keep them on this 4-way blend type feed that we're feeding the rest of our animals. Hang on, buddy, I'll get that for you. Okay. That way the goat don't come in there.
Get away.
But that's not what we're going to keep them on. We're going to switch them on to a better feed. It's like a bull ration is what we're going to feed them. I've got to schedule an appointment to go buy some of that in bulk. We're going to be probably putting it in a big bulk sacks. They'll hold about a ton a piece. We'll go probably get about 2,000 pounds of feed. Jeez. And, well, it's about an hour away where we're going to have to go to get this stuff. So it's going to be, this whole process is new to me. I've been around cows. I've raised cows. I've had livestock. But show calves are a different world, so I'm learning. We're learning, I guess, as we go.
Yeah.
But we'll get it all figured out. What? What were you gonna say?
That big white one was just on your camera right here.
Yeah, I know. You won't leave it alone. I've already fed these animals, but you couldn't tell by looking at them. Now, I don't want one to get more than the other. You better split it 50-50. Exactly right. You think you can do that?
I don't know.
It don't matter. Just dump about half in each one. So as I said, I've had these 2 girls tied up out here on their halters for about, a couple hours. So we're going to take their halters off and let them back out of the chute and go back around and out of the mud and in there where it's dry. So they got food and water. And like I said, it's going to be a process getting them halter broken now. This is totally new for them and totally new for us, because how many calves have you ever halter broke, Emily?
None.
None? How you know how many I've halter broken?
None.
None. That's right. But we've got a good teacher, and we're going to learn as we go. But these are very nice calves. And they're not wild. They're not spooky and skittish. This one here, Butterscotch here, is probably a lot more gentle. It don't do you any good to back up and scream.
I know, but
I know. It's a process. She's learning to give to the pressure of that halter. But anyways, you named yours Butterscotch. She's actually probably a lot more calm, according to Uncle Lenny. Isn't that what he said? Mm-hmm. So, Houston, do you have any idea what you're going to name your little gray heifer yet?
Buckstitch.
Buckstitch?
no, it's a girl.
Whopper wants you to call her Moo. How about you ask your subscribers for any suggestions?
Yeah, let's do that. Whippersnapper. Whichever one I see and I like it the most, I'll do that one.
Okay, so you're gonna ask them?
Yeah, no, whatever they comment, and I like.
Are you gonna ask them to do that?
Oh, could y'all put a name down below for me?
Okay, so Houston's not in much of a camera talking mood today. That's all right. So if you have any suggestions on our little gray heifer, name possibilities for her, let us know in the comment section, and Don't think we're torturing these heifers. I promise you we're not torturing them. Hey, Houston. Let me get finished talking to the camera and then you can help me do that, okay? But we're gonna unhook them. I put a pipe in behind her. Basically the theory there is you put the halter on them. They're probably gonna want to go backwards and pull against. So you put that pipe back there. They can't go back too far. But we're gonna unhook these girls and get them over there so they can eat and get a drink, because I'm sure they're thirsty by now. Man, it is a muddy mess out here, Houston. Did you know that?
Yeah, he just looks like a foot.
He sounds like Whopper. Or she.
Here, take them off.
Yeah, take the halters off. Here, hold that for me. You're complete. Oh. Dropped it right in the mud. First thing you did was drop it right in the mud. Easy, easy, easy. Pick it up. Easy. Whoa. Easy. Easy. She likes to put her head right in the butt of that other heifer. That's what she was doing to me earlier when I put the halter on her. Come on.
Could be poop too.
Oh, it's mud. Back up. Here. Back up. Got it. Somebody's halter's all muddy. It's alright. Easy. Alright, girls. Let's back up. Come on. Back up. Come on. Gosh, I hate mud. This is a muddy mess. Back up. Back up. Come on. Come on. Back up. Back up. Come on. Good girls. You reckon she's hungry?
Yeah. Yep.
She sure got muddy when she fell down, didn't she?
Yeah.
Houston?
I have a lot of cleaning to do.
Hey, I have a question.
This is not going to be easy.
Hey, look at me. Look at the camera. You look like you're just a little bit scared, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah? Hey,
I am.
listen. It's alright. We're going to learn. Hey, look at the camera. We're going to learn. Listen, they're not halter broken yet. They're not mean. They're just a little scared right now, okay? Look at me. We got months before the shows, okay? We'll work with them. I promise you it won't be as nasty and muddy out here like this all the time. But we got to get them used to us, okay? And we got to get them halter broke. It'll be a slow process. It's not going to happen overnight.
I'm not scared.
I have a feeling you're a little bit scared.
I'm not as scared as Houston. Look, he was.
Well, I mean, he's a little guy. And it's a little intimidating. But we'll get there.
Yep.
She's just not sure what to do, is she?
Butterscotch is so fat and short. Oh my god.
She's just nice and calm back there. This gray one's a little bit more fired up.
She fell. Straight up on the grass.
Hey, she's not fired up because she fell. She's just a little bit more wild. Hey, so he told me that butterscotch colored one that Emily calls butterscotch, was like a pocket pet. So everywhere he went, she was right behind him, and he said she would always be in the feed room and was always finding a way to get into the barn, and so she should be pretty easy to tame down a little bit. The gray one's going to take a little more work. Whopper, come here, buddy. Hey, look at me when I talk to you. I'm going to need you to do me a favor, okay? You're going to have to talk to these girls and tell them we're all right kind of folks, okay? You're going to have to let them know we're not as mean as we look, okay? Can you do that for me, buddy? Huh? So there you have it. It's a muddy, nasty mess in that corral right now. It's just that time of year. It just stays muddy this time of year. But somebody caused the corral to flood this morning and made it about 50 times worse. But it looks bad. I know it looks sloppy and nasty, but where they're at right now is dry. They've got the barn to get in. It's dry, and cows don't care, really, honestly. As long as they got somewhere to get out of the mud, they'll be fine. And we're gonna put shavings down in there. We'll give them hay, we'll give them grain. They'll be just fine. But so yeah, this is our first dive into 4-H for these two and livestock showing and all of that stuff. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun, and I'm sure we'll bring you guys along for all of it. Last year so I don't know if a lot of you probably aren't familiar with how livestock shows work and everything, but the local show, like the county show in the spring livestock show, has a premium sale at the end of it. So we go and we watch all the other kids that showed animals, and they go into the sale ring, and it's a premium sale that their animal gets auctioned off, but it actually doesn't get sold. It goes back to the kids, and that got Emily really fired up last year. She was like, so if I show animals, I can make money. And so we're going to try to teach them the business side of this on, what it costs, what all the costs that go into the animal and into feeding the animals and all that stuff. And at the end of it, they get to go to the premium sale probably if they do good in the show, and we'll see if they can make a little bit of money for their savings account. I know this guy right here looks like a big old chicken. He looks scared.
Yeah.
You got mud all over your face. How come you got mud on your face? So, hey, we'll get you, hey, listen, I know those calves are big. We'll get you through this. It won't be scary. We'll get them halter broke, and before you know it, they'll be pets just like some of these other animals around here that won't leave us alone, that want to lick you on the back when you turn your back to them. It'll all be good. It'll work. We'll have a lot of fun with it, and we'll see if you can win some prizes at the shows.
Yeah.
Wait, what can you, what do you win?
Well, it depends on the show. Sometimes you win cash prizes, sometimes you win belt buckles, sometimes you win ribbons, different things.
Oh.
Oh, Houston is not sure what to do. I've never made a video where we came out here and did something and Houston didn't know what to do. Houston was like, Whopper. Bro, Houston, you see how Whopper is like this? You see how calm and gentle he is? I promise you, look at me, buddy. I promise you, within about 3 weeks, I bet you both of those heifers are the same way.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Hey, listen, we just took those heifers, those two calves, away from everything they know last night. We took them away from all the cows that they know. We took them away from everywhere they've been their whole life. And we brought them to somewhere unfamiliar, and they're just a little bit scared right now, okay? But we'll get them through it. We'll get you through it, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I promise you, it'll be fun.
So if you haven't already, go down there, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and like this video so you'll never miss another video that we post. And thanks for watching that, and I hope you enjoy it. And as always, we'll see you on the next video. Peace.